Welcome to episode 2 of the Weekly Outlook. Today is Friday, January 7th, 2022. I'm Regional Sports Director Andy Anders.
And I'm Chief Videographer Jake Arthur.
This week we sit down with the star players of Reeltown High School's girls basketball team.
Oh yeah, the energy is great. The energy is great when we like pre-gaming, before the game, and definitely if we win, we be so lit in the locker room. It's to the point where the people up here be like, we have to cut the music down there. Yeah, like the energy is great. The boy, little baby, little dirt, like yeah. It's just all over. Whatever get us turned, that's what we listen to.
Also today, local schools amend COVID-19 policies in response to the Omicron variant. Former Central Coosa forward Quinn Brooks commits to Bevel State. And Alexander City residents hold a parade for the great-great-grandmother who turned 100.
All this and more on this week's Weekly Outlook.
The Weekly Outlook is supported by subscribers to the Alexander City Outlook. You can subscribe to the Alex City Outlook on our website at alexcityoutlook.com. Thank you for your support.
Hi, I'm Andy Anders, Regional Sports Director from the Alex City Outlook. I'm here with Reeltown basketball stars Yonna Kimble, Mckayla, Langston, and Dasia Keith. Three players who have really made an impact for the Rebels this year. They're off to a pretty strong start to the season. How are you girls doing today?
Good, how about you?
Yeah, all right. Now, you guys started your basketball journeys pretty young, respectively, right? You were talking before the podcast. A couple of you said 6th grade, one of you said 8th grade. It was just kind of go through and talk about just the start of your basketball careers.
So I started playing basketball my 8th grade year, and it was just for fun, basically, because I didn't take it serious. I was just out there doing any and everything, traveling and more stuff like that. But as I went on, I got better.
I played upward for Tallahassee, like, when I was younger, but I really didn't start taking it serious till, like, my 8th grade year and started, like, actually working and trying to get better.
Yeah, same for me. I started at a young age, but I started getting more into it when I was in the 6th grade, and I started taking it more serious.
Now, when was the first all three of you were on the same team?
It was my 9th grade year.
Your 9th grade. So
it was my
9th grade,
it was
10th
my 10th
grade. Right. So you three, that was a pretty good team you guys were on that year too, wasn't it? With a bunch of seniors. Talk about how they influenced your basketball career, those role models you had as youngsters.
Playing with them, it really just taught me how to play under control. You don't have to speed up your pace. Like, you could just play as your team play. Mm-hmm. And we just had a good team. Like, we all got along majority of the times. So.
Talk to me about your first impressions of each other. What was it like, first practice, you guys seeing each other? Like,
well, I already knew everybody before I even came to the school, so it wasn't really anything new for me.
Where from? Where'd you know them from?
Well, I went to Tallahassee, but my family went to school here, so I used to always come over here, so I already knew them. And majority of them was my cousins and stuff like that, so I was already aware of who they were.
Now, kind of going into your skill sets a little bit, you three are really complementary on the court, kind of in your respective games. And I guess we'll start with you, Dasia. Kind of talk to me about the evolution of your skill set, because you're a big, but you can handle the ball, you pass it, you do a lot of things on the perimeter for this team. So kind of talk to me about how you developed that versatility in your game.
Well, I really got into playing guard this summer when I played for this travel ball team, and then I knew it would help with the team this year because, we got 2 bigs, and then there's me, so it makes 3, and it only could be 2 of us. So I knew me being on the outside would help the team a lot. So I just had to do what I had to do for the team.
Gotcha. So it's something you just picked up this summer. Had you been a big all your life up until that point?
Yes, sir. So it was kind of a change for me once I started playing point guard this season.
What was the most difficult skill to learn playing point guard?
Handle the ball under pressure, it's
just
the
difficult when
hardest.
there's someone in your face.
Mm-hmm.
All right, gotcha. We'll go to Mckayla now. You're the truest big of the three, I guess, talking about in the post, dominating on the glass. You're averaging 15 rebounds this season. I say that number. What does it mean to you? 15 rebounds a game.
Each year I get better at rebounding and stuff, but most of my rebounds come from missing the layup and stuff.
Yeah. But what you get better every year at rebounding. How does that? What do you do to tweak it to improve it year in and year out?
Just practicing rebound layups and rebounding and just different stuff like that.
And then Yonna, when you're kind of a mix, you're in between, right? You have a little more elbow game, a little more mid-range game than maybe Mckayla. You're not an outside, you haven't developed into a guard like Dasia, but your numbers this year, you're the leading scorer on the team, 6-point jump from last season in terms of points per game. I was talking to Coach Solomon beforehand, and he said you kind of called it before the year that you might be like a top 10 scorer in the state. Just what did you do in the off season to make such a jump in your production?
Well, I played travel ball, and that really helped a lot. Like following up, not just taking a break and then coming back. I was playing all summer long, which helped me get off my shot. My travel ball coach helped me shoot like with my shot. He fixed my shot a lot, so that's what really made me see the goal more. And my granddad also taught me how to read the goal. Like if I'm shooting on which side I'm shooting, how to read to get the ball over the rim. So that really helped a lot.
Take me through how you read a goal like that. I think that's interesting.
Well, he tells me like don't aim for the front of the rim. So like whatever side that you're standing on, like kind of see the back of the rim and aim for the back so it could like kind of go over. Instead of aiming for the front and it hits the front and bounce off. Because if you're aiming for the front of the goal, it's not gonna. You have to put an arc in there and aim like. I don't know how to put it in words, but I just took what he told me, and then it just processed in my mind. That's what I look for.
Gotcha. Yeah, someone once explained it to me, and I'm a terrible shooter, by the way, but someone once explained it to me. It's like putting a cookie in a cookie jar. It's like up and over kind of a thing. Now, for the three of you, obviously this is your last year playing together because Mckayla's graduating. What is your goal? What do you want to accomplish as a team this season?
A ring.
A ring?
Of course, yeah.
What she said.
All right.
Going all the way this year.
Well, what's it going to take then?
A lot more practice and us getting into shape and
hustling. We have to get back on defense.
Yeah.
And we really have to come together as a team, play together as a team all around, just not here and there. We have to do it the whole time.
How much is it on your mind when you're pursuing a state championship? What I guess how often do you think about that?
All the time.
All the time.
I mean, nobody wants to play basketball just to be like, oh, we played basketball, we made it this far.
Yeah.
If you want to go somewhere, you might as well go to the end.
And then we kind of talked about Mckayla a little bit before. I know you're kind of looking around college opportunities, that sort of thing. What are you, in terms of what's next, what are you kind of feeling for college?
Well, I do want to be a nurse. I've always wanted to be a nurse, but I'm not really sure on the other stuff yet.
Right, gotcha. But why nursing?
I don't know. I've always wanted to be a nurse.
Okay. How about the two of you? Do you know what you want to do yet?
I want to be a pediatric nurse, and yeah. And the reason why I want to be a pediatric nurse is because I love babies and fooling around with kids, and also with COVID going around, the money will hit a lot.
That's never bad. Never bad to make a bag.
Yeah, I actually have the same interests as her in working with babies and stuff.
You all three want to be in different fields of nursing. Do you ever talk about that? And I guess it's not something you really think about like career-wise yet, but do you three ever discuss like the fact you all want to be nurses?
Really, what we talk is about what we could do better on the court.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly basketball talk with us.
Makes sense when you're pursuing a ring, right? Yeah. I think that about wraps it up for us. Is there anything you three wanted to add about anything about playing together and what it's meant to you guys at all? Or?
Oh, well, I just feel like as the years went by, our chemistry with each other has gotten better, so we learn how each other play and where we want the ball and when we should give each other the ball and things like that.
All right, cool. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to talk with us here, and I think this is going to come out great. So,
Thank
again,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Here are the other stories you need to know about. Local school systems are responding to the increased number of coronavirus cases in Tallapoosa County. The Alabama Department of Health recorded 622 cases in Tallapoosa County in the 7 days leading up to Monday at a rate of 89 cases per day. Meanwhile, students are returning to class in a very different stage of the pandemic from when they left just under 3 weeks ago. Tallapoosa County Schools, which returned from winter break Monday, reported 47 students and staff members infected with COVID-19 to Alabama Department of Health Thursday. Alexander City Schools' new semester began Thursday with 29 students and 9 staff members COVID positive. Both Alexander City Schools and Tallapoosa County Schools reinstated mask policies, however, they have shortened their quarantine periods to 5 days.
Bevel State Community College will be the new home for former Central Coosa forward Quinn Brooks, as the 2021 graduate announced his commitment there Thursday. Brooks is best remembered for scoring the game-winning basket for the Cougars in their state championship victory in 2019, and was the team's leader in points and rebounds during the 2020-21 season. This year, he's been playing for Tennessee Valley Prep, a school that gives student-athletes a second chance to earn a scholarship to a university out of high school. Said Brooks, "I think Bevel State was the choice for me because I like the coaching staff and I fit in very well with their system. It just felt like I belonged there."
Local resident Johnny Nolan moved into the dream home built by local contractors near the Sportplex and donated to him and his mother by Alexander City. The home came fully furnished and was stocked with food, bed linens, and appliances. The space was decorated with memorabilia from the city's sports teams. "Christmas makes your heart full," said Alexander City Parks and Rec Director Sony Wilson. "There are very few things that you do in life that you are proud of. This is one of those things that God put you here for, to help other people. Johnny's been doing it for other people. Finally, we got to do it for him," said Wilson.
Willie Mae Edwards, born New Year's Day 1922, would not be stopped by coronavirus from celebrating her 100th birthday. She sat behind a screened-in door as countless friends and family wished the great-great-grandmother a happy birthday from their cars. As for Edwards' secret to longevity, she said she doesn't drink, doesn't smoke, and never went to parties. And the main thing, she said, is that she treated everyone right.
That'll be it for the Weekly Outlook. Be sure to join us next week.
Just wanted to give everyone who listened to our first episode a quick thank you. The response went far beyond what we were expecting, and we hope you'll stick around for future episodes. We're available wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you all for listening.